bet you're wondering what I'm doing in a test movie of this caliber. Let's just say I'm going to be unique. I'm not really making a movie that I'm presenting to you. This is more of my pitch to pitch the movie, if you know what I mean. Okay. I am here to talk about an idea I have for a movie instead of just showing you a dramatization of a low-budget, crappy thing that what you little Amazon Studio people wanted. And that's just my little friend Woody, if you're wondering what the barking is. He just barks. He's my dog. Anyway, I basically wanted to come here to tell you about a movie I have, idea-wise. It's called Faterella. Now, why I named Faterella for a movie? Let's just say an example would be, it's like Cinderella. The greatest, one of the most popular fairy tales of all time. But, like Cinderella, there are so many different versions of this one script. But the one I'm presenting to you is the version I like to see to one day become a movie. And, Faterella is basically not only a parody of Cinderella, but I would call it a parody of Harry Potter and a lot of fantasy books itself. But it has good messages in it. It has messages about inner beauty and also overcoming things and finding your destiny. Because it centers around the exploits of a character called Faterella, who is a female sumo wrestler who by one day with a magical wish becomes a beautiful supermodel. And of course it talks about her brother Nick, who is later discovering that he is a boy wizard. And like, I would say Harry Potter, he's a bit nerdy and a bit trying to figure out his destiny, and his life is basically in hell. Because let's just say it like this, Faterella and Nick are both Cinderellas themselves. Nick is the chore, weaving, the slave around the house, like that's Cinderella. But Faterella is the one who is getting her wish granted. And these two are good brothers and sisters bond. And also, I'm the first to say, I'm doing something different with the charming concept. There's always been a Prince Charming in every Cinderella adaptation, but mine's different. Picture this. What if the Prince Charming in Faterella is not always handsome, but he becomes it, like Faterella herself, who gets her wish granted? Prince Charming starts out in a freak show. Why would he start out as a freak? Not that I want to give away too much of the plot, but basically, it's a good story. I feel it is. And who I picked to host is, of course, who you hear in the background. Not Woody, but another dog. His name is Spotty. Now, Spotty, he is my mascot. And hold on. Now then, as I was saying, it is narrated by a talking dog named Spotty. Spotty is one of my oldest continuing characters. And of course, basically, Spotty, in this role, he fits as a hobo, but Spotty, the character, is a lot more general. Spotty could be anything. But here in Faterella, he's your narrator and a hobo, of course. Spotty will serve as a comic relief in this story, but his role is best suited as the narrator. My goal is for me to play Spotty, but I know you're wondering, like a big guy playing a dog. Well, this movie I picture, I would want to have maybe state-of-the-art special effects, like performance capture, and other digital things. But it's more than just the Cinderella story. I also included in the more later towards the movie a bit of a cue to a fantasy-like universe. And of course, it will feature a universe called the Magical Universe. And of course, I bet you're annoyed by Woody, but it's cool. He's my dog, and I'm just not really mentioning it perfect, but he just wants attention right now, so just ignore him, folks. As much as I just want to get this out of the way. But anyway, my dream is to see this movie be made. But I have so many characters and so many ideas that I could create a whole universe of just this stuff. And of course, basically, if you look over here, these are some of my early prototypes. The book I published, and of course some of the characters I made in movies years past. But basically, my goal is to see Faterella be possibly my first movie through you, the Amazon Studio follower, or reviewer, or judges. Now I bet you're wondering, like, why am I not presenting a movie of this concept and telling you it? Well, Even though I got great acting quality and probably could find sets that are cheap, I thought it'd be nicer to pitch it to you, my vision, instead of just directly interpreting a low-budget interpretation. And of course, like as you can know, I just want to see my dreams come true, like all of you. I think Faterella may not be my best work, but I think it is something special. And let me just say this, my mom was the one who picked me, or suggested to me that I should use Faterella as the movie to pitch to you. So please think about it, please review my script, and please, hopefully Faterella can be a movie someday. But dreams may be able to come true. And like you, I've probably been struggling for years to find a career, but luckily, through this, I might be able to get my luck opportunities that I could get. But otherwise, I'm a pretty special guy. I have Asperger's and ADD, but otherwise, I'm pretty much the average Joe. But basically, to conclude all this, I just want to say this. Faterella is not basically just a parody of Cinderella, but otherwise a good story for a movie. And basically, like probably what Disney did before me, it took forever to figure out how to make it into a longer story. But I think it would be a good, heartwarming story that audiences will enjoy for generations to come. Now then, sorry for the interruptions from my dog, but this is so long from me, Stephen J. Butler Jr. But you can call me Buck Stevenson or Mr. Random, but Bucky works better. Goodbye, folks.